Electric versus gas weed eater. Which is better? Hey guys, I'm Stacy from Trim That Weed, and today we're going to be exploring differences between the electric and gas weed eater. Watch until the end of the video to know which is better. If you have a lawn and want to keep it looking good at all times, then it is vital you find an easy way to remove weeds. While pulling them out the old-fashioned way may work for kitchen gardens the size of your garage, it will be a bit difficult to do the same on a large yard. The answer is getting yourself a weed eater. But here's the problem. You have electric and gas-powered ones. Choosing between the two isn't that straightforward. How weed eaters work. For some people, the gas-powered weed eaters are considered better due to their power output, but electric weed eaters have come a long way and are well capable of competing with the gas ones. Before going into which is better, you may need to know how weed eaters work. Unlike your lawnmower that uses blades, the weed cutters have strings. The string is mostly made up of nylon and is about 1/16 inch thick. A protective case is put above the string to prevent the weeds from flying over to your face. Then you have the motor. When you are cutting weeds, the string will start wearing out, and in this case, more string is left out to replace the worn out ones. Newer models use an automatic feed for this, while the older ones have a bump feed. From there, you get your handle, which is a long pole that you can adjust for height. Along the handle, you have controls. While this may seem insignificant, choosing a weed eater and the right handle will make a huge difference to your comfort, so it's important to choose wisely. The last part of the machine is the motor, which is the heartbeat of a weed cutter, and it's responsible for powering the device. Most of the other parts of the weed eater are similar, but the motor power makes the difference. Now let's dive into the electric weed eaters. Firstly, they come in two varieties, corded and cordless. Both have pros and cons. For the corded electric weed eaters, you can connect them to power source for unlimited power. However, there is a limit to the length of the cord. This limited reach can be a nuisance, especially if you plan on covering a large area. For the cordless ones, you have unlimited range in that you can move around with the machine as you wish on full power. Cordless weed eaters are powered by a lithium-ion battery that will require recharging once depleted. The battery power sources on cordless electric weed eaters is both its saving grace and its Achilles heel, meaning although the machine has unlimited reach, you have the limitation of low battery and need to recharge the unit. Fortunately, battery technology for these machines have come a long way, and you know you have something that will last a very long time, giving you the extra mileage you need to trim your weeds. Motor power is often detoned in revolutions per minute, RPM. The higher the RPM, the more the output. Advantages of electric weed eaters. Cost effective. When it comes to the overall cost of purchasing an electric weed eater, you realize it is less than the gas-powered ones. You also do not incur additional fuel costs as you are using batteries. With less than $50, you can get a good electric weed eater for your lawn, while the gas-powered weed eaters, the price can go up to $800. Low maintenance. Just like an electric car, you need maintenance when it comes to electric weed eaters. A gas-powered unit needs a constant supply of fuel and oil to keep it moving. Considering you have more movable components in the gas unit, it means your maintenance costs are higher than the electric ones. Very few people are capable of servicing a gas-powered weed eater, and you will need the services of a professional once it breaks down. With an electric weed eater, you have eliminated the need to constantly empty old gas, repairing air filters, and keeping the unit well lubricated. Less noisy. If there is one thing that stands out with gas weed eaters is that they are very noisy. This makes them quite challenging for use for those long hours if you do not have headphones on. If you live in a quiet neighborhood, then expect a couple of your neighbors to keep complaining due to the noise. However, electric weed eaters are very quiet, and this offers you a better experience. Zero emissions. Electric weed eaters have the benefit of producing zero emissions, making them safer for the environment. The fumes produced by the gas-powered weed eaters may cause some health challenges should you breathe them in, and this is why for most homeowners, there's a preference for electric weed eaters. User-friendly and mobile. If you are new to the world of weed cutting, then you will find the electric weed eaters are very easy to operate. Once you get through the initial process of reading the instructions, you're good to go. The units are also very user-friendly, with a simple push and start button. Electric weed eaters are hassle-free and usually start up immediately. Additionally, they are considerably light compared to gas weed eaters. The units have less moving parts, making it lighter than the gas-operated weed eaters, if you're not used to hauling around heavy machinery. Next, we are going to discuss gas weed eaters and some of their benefits. As the name suggests, these operate on gas, which make them more powerful and efficient than the electric weed eaters. It is not true that they are necessarily heavy, as most weed cutters tend to be lightweight. But when it comes to the comparison, gas weeders are considered a bit heavier compared to the electric counterparts. Through the mechanism of spinning a wire or plastic thread very fast over the weeds, these machines are able to effectively cut up weeds on your lawn or garden. That said, here are some key benefits gas weed eaters have to offer. Advantages of gas-powered weed eater. More power. This is by far the key reason why people will opt for gas weed eaters. While the pace of growth in the lithium-ion batteries has been significant, it still cannot compare to the power that is available in the gas weed eaters. For electric weed cutters, you can get some delivering up to 6,500 RPM, but this is almost half of what is delivered by gas-powered units that can go up to 12,000 RPM. One of the first things you need to put into consideration when purchasing either units is the size of your projects. You do not need a gas-powered unit for a small lawn, but if you are doing hundreds of square miles, then a gas-powered unit will be more efficient and powerful. Most of the gas-powered weed eaters use a mixture of fuel and oil, but those have a bit of separate tanks for this. One needs to be extra careful during purchase to identify what their unit needs. It is equally important to know the type of gas to use for your gas weed eater, as it is mostly not the same grade as you would use for your other needs. It is recommended not to use straight gas for your trimmer, as it will probably ruin the engine. Most of the engines use 87 octane regular unleaded gas. Diesel fuels are rarely used. Portability. When we mention gas-powered weed eaters as portable, we mean that you can operate them almost anywhere, without worrying much about recharging the batteries, or connecting electric cords to a socket. With unlimited amount of gas, you can cut weeds non-stop. The unlimited reach is also one of the main reasons why many buyers opt for gas weed eaters. The design of the machines is in such a way that you can easily carry them around. However, electric weed eaters are notably lighter in weight compared to the gas-powered alternatives. Availability. In most cities and countries, gas-powered weed eaters are more readily available than the electric ones. It is true, the electric weed eaters have increased in popularity in recent years, but you may not find them as much in stores as you would like the gas weed eaters. Should one go with brushless or brush motors? When purchasing an electric or gas weed eater, it is equally important you know what kind of motor you are getting, as it can either be brushless or brushed. Which one you choose will have a significant impact on heat disposition. The brushless motors produce less heat because they use magnets instead of friction to power the motors. This reduction in heat has significant effects on its durability. It is estimated that you will use a brushless motor for more years than a brushed one. The only downside is that they tend to be costlier. So which one should you go for, electric or gas weed eater? Based on the pros and cons discussed above, your choice is going to be largely determined by the amount of work you are going to be doing. If you have a small backyard lawn, then electric weed eaters will do just fine. Getting an electric weed eater is not that expensive and should only set you back about $40 to $600. Due to the improvements in battery power, the units do keep a lot of charge. However, if you have a large area to tackle, then your best option will be the gas-powered weed eaters. These are ideal for heavy-duty purposes and can cut through the most stubborn weeds. How large is your lawn? Based on the pros and cons we have described for both weed eaters, which one would you go for? Tell us your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. See you on the next one!